that's where I got burned there. My scars tell a story. When the police found me, I was told I was 10 days away from death. I was in love with Jordan, and it took me a long time to have the courage to say she was abusing me. People always ask me, why didn't you walk away? But it's so complicated. As each day goes by, I'm understanding it more.
Wash. Hello.
Hi.
To all of our viewers, listeners and fans. Welcome to the Brotherhood. It seems like it's been ages since we've done an in-depth podcast.
Someone's been flying too much.
Someone's been busy.
Yeah.
Anyway, before we kick off, before we get cracking with myself, Big G, and my man
Stevie,
I just want to share this with you. I've become a granddaddy for the second time, and little Frederico was born on the 14th of August 2025, weighing in bing at 8 pounds and 1 ounce.
Fantastic.
All very healthy. I still haven't had a cuddle with him.
No.
But we won't go into that.
Not yet. We won't.
Not yet. We won't. It might be next week's.
That's right.
Yeah. But
postnatal things and all that.
Yeah. So super.
That'd be a good one. Postnatal.
Postnatal.
Because
Yeah.
we have to go through it, don't we?
Oh, we've done the menopause, haven't we? That
Yeah,
was,
might as well go, Rick, because they are bastards.
and we're still
But listen,
breathing.
I can swiftly say it took me 9 years to have my Stacey. 9 years of being molested and fucking raped and
poor thing.
Tell ya, hormone tablets and what have you. She was in labour for 22 hours. Stacey popped out. What they do with the baby straight away? Give it to mum, don't they?
Yeah.
Sue's very words were, you fuck that thing off. And this went on for 2 fucking days. When they brought the baby in to be fed, she go, fuck off, fucking thing.
Hormones and all that malarkey.
Postnatal, yeah. Go on, carry on. Sorry, mate.
But no. Hopefully it's not.
There's always a story.
Yeah, there's always a story. Yeah, so hopefully it's not that. But mum and baby are doing immense, and I'm super proud of my daughter.
Yeah.
For being, and she's an amazing mum. But she just needs to let Grandad have a cuddle with his new grandson.
She will.
That's about it. So,
go sick for 2
So how you been, mate? What's been happening? Because we've been doing our little 5-minute wonders, and we don't, the 5-minute wonders, we don't really get to have a chat with you. And you want to know all about our lives, obviously. So, what have you been up to?
Well, I had a tooth out.
Oh, did you? Another one?
Yeah, it's horrendous. We haven't got time to go what pain I went through for 3 days.
Well, we can do a 5-minute wonder about robbing, thieving fucking dentists, can't we? Bastards, yeah.
Yeah, so other than that, it was great. I mean, women are over Turkey, so I'm having a fantastic time.
Spending your money
Spending my fucking money. And it didn't stop with the 3.5 grand, I think it cost.
3.5 grand?
Yeah, well, there's 1, 2, 4 of them. Yeah, it didn't stop there. When they got there, they didn't like the fucking room, so they upgraded. 3,500 quid.
You upgraded. It's just you're not there.
But it's worth it for the week on my own. I haven't seen you, of course.
Of course, yeah. And it means we get to do
so
more
we haven't chatted like this because normally go straight into the subject. Yeah, it's been good.
Good, excellent. I've been busy flying and doing all that stuff, and
looking for cars.
Looking for
Pimp
for cars. There's a Pimpmobile on the fucking horizon tomorrow, I tell you.
He's already got a Pimpmobile, that's what I call it.
But everyone calls it an hairdresser's car.
The one he's getting is a Pimpmobile on a drug dealer car.
Yeah. So if anyone's interested in drugs, we were doing that. But yeah, I've been busy flying, and just generally doing other bits and bobs. And if I look a little bit spaced out, I look a bit bedraggled. I've had about 2 hours kit. Got off the plane from LA this morning, so I'm a little bit blowing at me
Yeah,
bum
but
cheeks.
it won't show. Other than your face.
It won't. Oh, cheers, mate. Thanks for that. Yeah, it won't. It really won't show. It really won't show. But we hope you're all doing.
Him. He looks tired.
So anyway, we hope you guys, girls, and wonderful people out in internet land are all doing well. If you're not doing well, you need to chat. Give us a call 07762 99 1973, and you can have a chat with this chap here, and he will sort your problems out.
I'll cheer you up and give you some.
We'll cheer you up. Don't worry about that.
We'll cheer you up.
Or if not, if it's something a bit more urgent, or you don't want to speak to myself or Steve, give the Samaritans a call, 116123. Amazing bunch of people that we've interviewed on the podcast. Do an incredible job. A lot of them, are doing the job because they want to help other people. A bit like me and Steve, we've gone through the mill on certain things, as you will know if you've watched all of our podcasts.
There's a question there I'd like to ask you and ask viewers. Is we get phone calls, of course.
Yep.
But we don't get the volume of the Samaritans. I'm not saying we want thousands of you just ringing and speak to me.
We haven't got switchboards opening right now.
I'm having the switchboard. I don't want people ringing something. Shows they're all right.
Yeah.
But why are they getting more than us?
I think because Samaritans is a long-term, long-standing, recognised organisation. Because why wouldn't people want to talk to us?
Correct.
For free. For free as well.
Yeah. We ain't got no Range Rover. Mind you, he's buying a new motor. He's probably hiding the money.
Don't give it away. Don't give it away. But like I say, if you've got a problem that you want to share, if there's a subject that you want myself and my buddy to discuss, give us a call, 07762 99 1973. Obviously, the whole purpose of the podcast is to talk about things that men don't really generally like talking about, don't want to talk about, because we're all men. We beat our chests and we do all of this. We're all. But do you know what? It's and I think I think it's worth noting that over the past sort of 3-4 weeks that myself and Steve, I know I did last week, I had the onset of a little panic attack.
Yeah, so did I.
And do you know what? It all comes flooding back to you, and I thought, what the fucking hell's going on here?
Yeah, but at least it gives you a warning. We spoke about this before with anxiety. It will give you a warning, and you've got to find that where that will. What you think? Shit, I've got one coming on. So you square yourself up, go through the things we told you to go through, think positive, and it'll go. Yeah, it'll go.
So it just, I suppose, the point we're making is that when you think you're through it, sometimes these things can come back and
a little
slap you in the face and whatnot. And like I say, at our age, we are quite young to every other 150-year-old in the country. But it just goes to show that at our age, it can come and go. It can fluctuate. It can creep up on you.
It's hard in there. You just got to be positive.
Yeah, that's it.
And heed the warning. Don't feel that warning coming on, and whatever you might be doing, I'll carry on with it. Don't stop. Go away. Be on your own for a little while.
And I mean, personally for me, I think it was reading, and I will get this book up and let you know the author and whatnot. It was getting this book about stress and everything else. That it just maybe it didn't. It wasn't groundbreaking. I think I'll be honest with you. I didn't read the whole book. I think I read the first 6 pages, and after the page 6 or whatever it was like, do you do this? If you do this, this is why you do this, and this, and it just. So I suppose my point is if you understand it, you can conquer it. It's like a lot of things. If you understand it, you can get past it. You can get around it. You can put things in place. That will facilitate you not feeling the way that a lot of people feel. And I know how I feel. A full blown panic attack.
Full blown one, man.
You think you're going to die.
Yeah,
and I can't emphasise that enough.
People out there are going through it, but a full blown one is horrendous.
It's awful.
It's horrendous.
It's awful.
The ones that we've gone through in this last week. They're just warnings. Stop this, slow down on this, and whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Stop stressing about this. Don't worry about
walk away from it. Whatever's click that switch with you. But the bastard will hide there the rest of your life. You just got to know how to handle it.
So like I say, we hope you're well. We're gonna jump into this week's subject, which is.
It's domestic violence and abuse.
Right, okay. So there are, and we do appreciate that, because me and Steve aren't woke or anything like that. We appreciate that there are and this is a subject quite close to my heart.
Yeah.
There are different ways to say it. It's domestic violence. It's domestic abuse. The bottom line is it's abuse of another individual, generally
Correct.
in a relationship, and that's that. So the terminology, I think, doesn't really fucking matter.
Well, there's a difference between abuse and violence. I mean, abuse can be verbal and pushing people about, making someone an opposite sex, and just men here. You know, it can. So that's why I put violence down, not just abuse, because violence is, well, I ain't got to say no more.
No, but I think that's why it was changed from domestic violence to domestic abuse,
Yeah.
as you say, because it cut. And I think sometimes the domestic abuse, mental abuse, can be far, far worse. God rest her soul. My mum passed 2006, and when I was younger, I think I was in my sort of early teens. So I was at school, this, that, and the other, going through a lot myself. Puberty and fighting girls off because I had beautiful hair. I really did.
And what's happened?
I don't know. It come back as grey stuff, but no. So my mum pretty much raised me from scratch, and some early teens. She met this guy. I won't mention his name because I think he's dead anyway.
All right.
But yeah, she met this guy and kind of liked him, fell in love, this, that, and the other. He moved in, and it was the beginning of the end, really. As a kid, you'll all know this, you youngsters out there, us parents, you go, oh, we'll talk quietly, they'll never know. Kids see and hear everything.
Yeah.
Make no mistake about it. From any age up to any age, you see and you hear everything. And I did, unfortunately, and it was my mum suffered sexual abuse. She suffered mental abuse. Was horrendous. I remember they were out for dinner one night, and this fella had turned around and said to me, "Mum, who's your favourite celebrity? Like, who's your?" And my mum sort of said, "Well,
Brad Pitt.
No. I mean, I'm going back a bit now. Barry Gibb, the Bee Gees."
Oh, teeth.
And that went from him asking the question, my mum giving an answer that he didn't want to hear, to my mum literally fucking getting it, getting hit, getting abuse, getting what the fucking hell? Why is he better than blah blah blah? So it's for me, I say it does hit home a bit because there were lots of things that I witnessed that I wish I didn't. Lots of things that I heard that I really wish I didn't hear. It shaped me as a human being in how I look at women. And I'm not taking out the equation of women are equal to men and blah, blah, blah. Let's forget all of that shit for the minute. Okay. Is that I try and be the man that not so much my mum wanted herself, but the man that my mum would be proud of. And that means having manners, having respect, and blah, blah. And I like to think I have manners and respect for everyone, do you know what I mean? But being a gentleman and doing the right thing, and whether that's welcomed or not, that's another debate to go into. But have you got any personal experience, mate?
No, at all.
I'm pleased for you. And I mean that genuinely.
Yeah, honestly, my mum fucked off when I was 2. I said before in our podcast, it's only me and my dad.
Yeah.
And basically, as I grew up, I tend to be looking after him when I was 10 and 11 years old.
Yeah.
So I can't see my dad whacking my mum. My mum would have killed him. So I'm glad to say I didn't.
Yeah. So it's as I say, I can't, without going into detail, and I'm conscious it's my mum that I'm talking about, and she's probably up there right now going, "What are you doing? You're absolute bellend." Yeah. But needless to say, like I say, I've as a kid I experienced it, and like I say, for me, the psychological trauma, the mental abuse, coercive they call it now,
I do.
And my friend has gone through that for a number of years with their ex. And I think for her it was only a number of people saying that's not normal.
No,
that isn't normal. That it actually made her sort of sit and retrospectively look back and think, right, getting shut down at dinner parties, in conversations. You go, no, I'll tell this story. You be quiet. This, that, and the other. Now,
Sit there and look pretty. Yeah.
Yeah, but and the thing being is like some of this stuff might come across. It was, but that happens, and people say that stuff. And you're getting this constantly.
I've got to say, it's happening all the time.
And it's permanent. Yeah. It drives, as an individual, it drives you into the ground.
Yeah.
And I've, like I say, I saw it with my mum, seen it with my friend, and the actual kind of, and bear in mind as well, from a woman's perspective, like I say, because we're talking about domestic abuse, both for men, because it happens. Believe you me, it happens for men and for women. And as I shared on a previous podcast, my days in the fire service, I used to run a domestic abuse course for women. So we would get these women out of halfway houses or basically shelters to get away from their husbands. And the stories of abuse, I can't. I know. Do you know what? I'll share just a snippet, just to kind of put this into perspective for you. So we talk about being shut down verbally. You don't know what you're talking about. I'll lead the conversation, etc. It goes from that, which a lot of people might see as being mild, to I used to sit and listen in to these. So we used to get a group. I think it was around about 10 women. Their children would go off and they'd run around the fire engine and squirt water and stuff. So it was all fun for them. Yeah. And we would get all the support networks in, the police, social services, local council, housing, and mental health ambassadors to talk to these women. A lot of them sat there saying, "Don't know why I'm here, really. It's that, I think it's me that winds him up." One of the women,
that's terrible.
One of the women's partners actually tried to bite the tongue out of her head, out of her mouth. Tried to bite to stop her talking.
So how did she warrant that? I mean, not warrant is a bad word, but why didn't she just that's enough and walk away?
Because they just don't see it. I think it's something that becomes normal. And the saddest thing is as well is that kids of a certain age or between certain ages will witness this, and they'll witness dad grabbing mum around the throat, punching mum, vice versa, etc., etc. And the sad thing is, and it's generally with younger boys, is they look at that as normal and become perpetrators themselves.
Get a clump, I know.
So it's and that then it becomes a vicious cycle. So like I say, it no matter what you think is minor or small, and this is to all the women that watch this and to all the guys out there, like I say, because if you think and you look at someone like myself, you're an ex-fucking East End punchy boy, who love to fight. But there's guys of my size, of my stamp out there getting absolutely battered on a daily basis. So
and taking it.
Don't ever assume. So telltale signs. Again, some of these women, they come in, how's your week been, blah blah blah. There's bruises all the way up the arms, and they're always covered up, and they're a bit sort of edgy, etc.
Question is their mum. This lady who's getting abused over bruises. Where's mum and dad? Because I still, Danny, I know you wouldn't, but I still check my daughter out if I haven't seen her for a week. I won't check her out and strip her off, but I will look at her arms.
What happens is the perpetrators, the first thing they do is they start separating the friends and family away from the partner. And again, I say men or women, either or, because they want to cut away their safety net. So the only safety net that they've got is the perpetrator themselves.
Yeah.
And it's done in such a way, because start a relationship. Oh, babe, you look great. Yeah, but do me a favour. It could be the littlest things. Do me a favour. Just cover yourself up there, because you don't want to look trash. Blah blah blah.
Start picking up what she wears,
and that goes from cover your fucking self up.
Yeah.
What you after someone? How it switches is incredible. So. Distancing. That's one of the telltale signs. Distancing friends and family. Like I say again, stories, and I've seen it. Where's so and so? You've been best mates for years. A new fella on the scene, new woman on the scene. Oh yeah, no, we had a falling out, and this, that, and the other. So straight away they isolate. They isolate the individual.
Yeah.
And then from there, so that includes friends, family, parents. What happens is that they'll just reassure them. Listen, babe. Listen, darling. I'm doing this for you. I'm here to protect you. I'm not going to let anyone get near you. I'm not anyone going to do anything horrible to you. Blah blah blah. And it could be anything. It could be that man, woman's mum, dad has made a phone call, perpetrated, and says, I can't believe your mum, dad, they were really awful to me on the phone today.
And they'll dead. You wouldn't be able to say anything.
They'll fucking switch it around.
Yeah, I know.
So it's not always an immediate
sounds
thing.
like a bit like grooming, doesn't it?
It is. It is. It's exactly that. So this process can happen over a period of time.
Oh God, yes. It won't be straight away violence because they'd never get away with it. You know what I mean?
No.
As you say,
and it's not unless you're looking for these sort of things. And like I say, generally, you've got good friends. You're going to tell your friends anything, and it happens. People get in relationships. You go, he ain't no good for you. She ain't no good for you. She's this, that, and the other. Love is a bit blind. It can be blind, and the worst thing then that happens is, like I say, is you have this separation and this isolation of the individual, because then they're on their own, and then they're looking at this other person thinking, well, you're my support network now, and at that point, they've got them. They've got them at that point.
Oh, I was questioned because I've got stats on it. We might even forget the stats. Is in the woman gets a clout, right? And the guy can say, we go for women, sorry, because it's more obvious if I want to go.
Yeah, it's majority women, like I say, but it is both sexes.
So the guy clamps her, whether it's a fist or a slap, and then what you were saying next morning, you go, I'm sorry about that. I've had too much to fucking drink.
I've got stress. I've got work.
Mortgage and whatever.
I've never done that before.
That's it. You got it. So the lady, because she's in like love, which as she feels pure, I don't believe in it. She'll take that. It's a one-off.
Yeah.
But I might even go to a third and a fourth time. When it happens again for the second time, why doesn't the woman walk away?
Because at that point,
come on,
trust me. This is a question, and this is probably the question that everyone would ask, and I certainly did at the start of these courses. And I spoke to this mental health expert and this expert in domestic abuse, and I said, but I can just get up and walk away.
Well, that's right.
Honestly, when you talk
you're going
to
to say
these
about,
women,
I can't leave the kids, I won't be able to afford a mortgage and all that.
So some of it is financial entrapment, and that's a fact.
Right.
Whatever way you look at it, that's because not all of us have got nice house and blah 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 and this and the other.
You've got to work for it.
You've got to work for it, and for single parents, certainly single mums, they might have a part-time job. They don't have a lot of money. They might be in rented accommodation or cancelled accommodation, whatever it may be. It can be financial entrapment. So again, it's becoming codependent on that person for finance as well. So they come into your life, they go, I bought you this, but you go, it's beautiful. He really loves me. He's bought me this ring, blah blah blah, this that and the other. There's so many different ways that this happens.
There is, but if you've got any common sense, the second clump should be enough. That's my opinion. That's why we're here. It is, but okay. You say she might be monetary and things like that. And listen, just a swift one. She won't starve because this country won't let her starve. So we've got all these people coming over. We look after her.
Yeah.
So if she left her old man, she would be looked after. It's not like she'll be out on the street sitting on the curb.
Yeah. No.
Second slap, fuck off.
All right. Okay.
Go on.
This question was, like I say, and I asked them, and it came back with varying kind of results, if you like, but every single result was, he didn't mean it. He didn't mean it. Things will get better, but what I found through experiencing all of this was that it was only once the honeymoon period was over, the person had become isolated. They had no support network. Financially, their legs have been cut away as well.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and then the key thing you really have to take into account is that, I suppose, how would you put it? Is that people, let's say women. Of that nature, it might be a single mum with two kids who needs someone, who needs security. Is you've got a really, really vulnerable person there.
I agree.
And someone that shows them a bit of affection, maybe a bit of, splash a bit of cash, this, that, and the other. Oh my God, that's my world. That's it.
The government will pay for it though.
I know, but it's not. And I know what you're saying.
Goes to the old bill.
Not.
Second slap. Go to the old bill, report him, get a restriction order on him. They ain't gonna let her starve. She's in the place.
No,
they'll pay the rent.
Totally agree. But
so why are they not just the women? There's stories that we ain't got time. But I know a guy 6'6" used to get beaten by a tiny little woman, and she'd do it in front of us because he was an old man, and he could tell like a little kid.
Yeah. So there's the fear element. There's the what ifs. So what if they come and find me? What am I going to do?
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong. Like I say, in certainly in my mum's time, there wasn't the support network. There really was.
No, I can go with that.
Nothing.
Yeah, I can go with that.
So it's in terms of that, it's got better. So my borough was Bexley, and Bexley had the highest recorded number of domestic abuse cases in London in 33 boroughs. Now the thing being is, you sort of think, well, Bexley's a really nice place to live.
It
I
is,
think.
yeah,
right.
yeah.
But pointing on the word recorded. So they were the ones that we knew about.
Got it all here, mate.
These are the ones that we knew about. And I think if you could walk into all 32, 33 boroughs in London and actually get a realistic, okay, everyone who's I think I'm suffering from that. People don't see it. Men don't see it. Women don't see it. It's not. And this is the stuff that I heard when sitting down. I had women saying, I don't know why I'm here. I think it's me. I just wind him up, and I'd sit there looking at him thinking,
Are you sure?
You cannot see it. You really can't see it. And it was only after probably 8 out of the 10 weeks that these women absolutely broke down because they got it. The input was like, do you find this acceptable? Yeah, that's fine. Really? What, he's beating you? He's done this? Is that? Honestly, mate, getting thrown through walls downstairs.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
it's horrendous. It's horrendous, and it does. It makes the hair stand up on the back of my neck. But it's not. All I say to you is, and I know exactly where you're coming from, and for you guys and girls out there, it's not as straightforward as I'm going to get up and I'm going to walk out. And this, sometimes it takes something severe to happen,
hospitalised and things like that.
Right. Okay. So, like I say, I think the things that we got in place, the facilities and the mechanisms in place now are far better because we've got there's more halfway houses, and safe houses, etc. And like I say, the women that I spoke to, I did, and I'll be honest with you, it choke me because it made me think back.
Yes, your mum.
To my mum.
Yeah.
And it absolutely done me. Sitting there listening to these stories, and so many times I had to get up and walk out the room because I thought, look, I'm sat here in uniform, big hairy arse fireman, blah blah blah, and listening to this stuff. And the first thing, because you do, fucking get them in here, and I'll get 20 of my best, and we'll show you what it's like to be on the receiving end of all of this shit.
Yeah, well, I've done it to my mum. I know it always seems to go back to violence with me, but I was with Sue, so I must have been in my early 30s, and we spent a weekend down. Someone come in.
Someone just knocked.
Yeah, down their bungalow in Wickford. Beautiful place. Went out for a drink, typical scouse twat he is, he just get in their mouth, Yeah. And he goes back and he chucks an ashtray at me mum. So what did I do? I just knocked the fucking living shit out of him. And then my mum pulls me off and says, "You bastard! You've hurt him!" Yeah. Hey, sorry mum, he chucked a fucking crystal. So even my mum had a bit of it. I couldn't see him beating her because she would have had a go. It's just the verbal and chucking things.
And what I've learned is a number of things and a number of reasons that they're fearful that if they say something, it's going to kick off. She's then got to go home with him, and it's going to make it 100 times worse. That's the favourite.
No, I agree.
Could already be that he's got into her, and you're already at the fucking picture, whether you like it or not. So don't come round, Dad. You know what he's like. Don't come round.
Still go
blah,
round,
blah,
though, yeah.
I know, but then you and her, and that's the whole thing. You see.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not, again, we're using this as an example, by the way. Jesus Christ. But that's how it happens. And like I say, as a kid, I saw it happen. Yeah. So mum's friends were getting pushed away, and family getting pushed away, and this and the other.
Well, it's a lot for these people to think about. It's quite. Yeah.
I mean, for me, as a kid, I say I was probably about 13, I think, and living around here and going to school around here and all the rest of it, and He was fucking giving it to me in the neck as well. Get out, you clear your fucking room, blah blah blah.
You grew to 6 foot.
All this other. Well, no, it didn't even get to that. I think I ended up. This was the thing. I ended up going around my mate's house, once or twice a week, and it ended up every night because his mum and dad were amazing, and they were like, "Listen, you can have dinner here every night if you like." Blah blah blah. And I was round there one night, and my mum's round and said, "Look, you need to come home." Blah blah blah. I said, "I don't want to come home, Mum. I don't want to come home. I didn't swear at my mum because she would have given me a shoeing anyway. I said, I don't like it. I hate him. I hate him. And she said, and he stood there next to the phone. She grabbed the phone. You get yourself home now. And at 14, I turned around. I said, why don't you fuck off?
Yeah. I love it.
Because I had a bit of ammo. I had my granddad, and my granddad fought in the Second World War. And I mean, he bare knuckle fought in the Second World War, and he didn't say shit. And being the favourite grandchild as I was, obviously. So I ended up. I ran away. I felt awful for my mum because I knew my mum was gonna, get clattered and whatever. But what do you do? I'm 14 years old. This bloke was an used to be in the merchant navy. He used to box and all that. He was a real fucking tough guy until he met my 6'2" granddad. So I ran away to my nan and granddad's, and my granddad sat there and went, "Boy, you go in the kitchen." I sat in the kitchen with my uncles, and he comes with my mum, and all I wanted to do was give my mum a hug. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And I go in the living room, that lasted all of 5 minutes, and he started trying to tell me granddad about himself. And my granddad physically grabbed him by the back of the scruff of the neck and fucking marched him out the house.
Love it.
And then that was that. My mum made a decision, said, "You're not for me, you've got to go."
Good stuff.
And, no, honestly, I miss my mum dearly. She facilitated me becoming who I am today. Do you know what I mean?
And that's what they started watching. Is I'll ask you the question because we're rabbiting on it, which I hope it's enlightening. Is what would your suggestion be? So, man or woman, that's getting abused and violent. There's that thing on telly, went there last year about that guy, and it was about an hour documentary. He had films of his wife beating him with a stick.
Oh, yes, on Netflix. Yeah.
So he suffered this for about 5 years.
Yeah.
So we normally, if we're doing drugs or alcohol, we try and give it a few minutes. What common sense can you put through to these people that are being abused, being beaten up?
So I'm going to give generic advice here, and the reason I'm going to do that is because it's like all things, like we spoke about with alcoholics. You really went through the fucking ringer with it, and then there were other people that we spoke to, not the guys that we interviewed, but it was kind of like, well, I was not drinking as much, but blah blah blah. We went from one end of the scale to the other. So that's why I'm going to say generically, if you're in a relationship where you feel threatened or frightened or scared to challenge anything, to answer back, if you're getting, if it's going from that or going from that, if you feel that your friends, your family are being pushed away, if you feel at any point that you're in something that you want to get out of and are struggling to get out of,
good.
If that makes sense, the first port of call is you speak to the police.
Oh, straight away.
Absolute first port. The police they've got advisors. They will signpost you to, they will get you emergency accommodation. I used to sit on these meetings with the council, and like I say, no matter what council you're on,
they will.
You will get help. You will get help. So the first port of call is a police. If you can't get hold of the police, get hold of the local council. You ring up your local council office, you get through reception or whatever it is, and you say to them, I'm in desperate trouble and I need help. They will find someone for you to speak to, and they will get you out of that predicament.
Yep. Straight away.
Yeah,
they will.
So that would be my first word of advice. Your close friends and your dear friends will always still be there to support you. And even if you feel that they've been pushed away, pick the phone up to them. Tell them exactly how you're feeling. Because
they will get back. Fucking leave him.
Right, okay. But your friends, your dear friends, I'm not saying they will always give you the best advice, but they will always tell you if something isn't right. And your family as well. Now, for those that haven't got friends, might not have family, and you feel completely isolated, and people have brushed you off and said, I'm done with you. Like I say, police, local authority, get started from there. And then once you're started from there...
Do for ABH, that's what you've got to do. Because it goes back to the bullying thing. Just say someone's listening to us, you think, well, I'll have a bit of that, I'll go down here. You go and report what's happening. Yep. You tell them the truth, that it's been happening for a couple of years.
Yep.
And you want him done for ABH. They won't do GBH, ABH.
Yeah.
So now they're going to really be looking at this guy. What I'm saying is, if anyone that beats a woman up, or Vicky Furky, they've been doing that since they were kids.
Yep.
They might have seen exactly what you've seen, thinks it's natural.
That's it.
And, you can't... if you took this injunction out, he can't come and see you. They put you in digs and what have you. The police have got to go with this ABH.
The police have to act on it.
Thank you. That's
They
what we're
have to
saying.
act on it.
So this guy will now be looked at. So what you're really doing is stopping this man from beating another woman up, or Vicky Verk.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
And I mean, and it goes without saying, and this is not scaremongering, but there's been so many cases where the authorities, where the police haven't interjected for whatever, or can't, or whatever it is, and it's ended up being fatal. And as dramatic as it sounds, it happens, and it happens a lot.
It does.
So if, like I say, if you're desperately unhappy, what's the worst outcome? You'll speak to someone, they'll say, look, what you're telling us isn't as bad as you sound.
No.
Well, it can be sorted out. It can
We'll
be
come
this, that,
round
and the other.
every week and have a chat.
Yeah. But at least you're doing something, and once it's recorded,
Got to do something.
it will set off certain other triggers, certain other routes that people might give you, advice. You got to bear in mind, like I say, I think one of the worst ones as well. I'm not taking, physical abuse away from this, or mental abuse, is coercive behaviour, and it's financial. It's people getting wrecked financially.
Yeah.
And like I say, my very good friend has come to realise this, where bills have been put into the other person's name. They've run up a debt that they knew nothing about, where their identity has been copied.
Because once this guy's got, he thinks he's got it, he can do what he wants.
Do what I like. I can do what I like. There's never any posts, because all the post goes to him or goes to her. So it's like I say, I'm helping my friend work through this absolute fucking bog of stuff.
And it's working. So I hope these chats work. It's working with,
absolutely.
your best friend.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah.
It is.
So you need, if you're any problems, ring me and I can give some advice, and same as him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Something's got to be good. I won't go through. We haven't got time to go through it, but just say there's a million people are going through this. Only 10% go to the police.
It goes back to what I said about recorded.
Yeah.
Recorded, the highest recorded borough, Bexley, quite an affluent borough, the highest recorded. And I'll guarantee, without casting aspersions, if you go into Tower Hamlets, if you go into some of the East End, some of the other, the other, but like Barking and Dagenham and whatnot, and everyone was open and honest, I think you'd find that there'd be a new leaderboard.
But when I read it, all people that can't believe it, these women,
and
sort of 10%. And it's in the millions, It's not just like Bexley Heath. It's in the millions, and they're not reporting it. And the guys, especially the guys. I mean, the guys are really low. I think 12%.
Yeah. The other thing I was going to say is, obviously, with the lack of police stations that we have now, if you are in desperate need and you know where your nearest fire station is, go to the fire station.
Yeah.
Because all of these services now, or ambulance station, all of these services, they're all interconnected.
They're all geared up.
They're all linked in. They're all kind of versed in domestic abuse, domestic violence, etc. What to do, where to signpost people. So any building like that, or council building, anything like that at all, I say, because police stations are few and far between.
Oh, they are, yeah.
And you can be on the phone, and it's only because the cuts and everything else, but you can be on the phone and kind of get sidetracked. But if you're in desperate need, go to a fire station, go to an ambulance station.
And tell them you're frightened, shitless.
Tell them you're absolutely scared for your life, or whatever it may be.
And with that ABH, as you said, that they've got to follow it. Yeah, I don't know whether you know about ABH. If he gives you one slap, it's just a mystic. It gives you two. That's ABH. There's no.
It goes from common assault to ABH to GBH.
That's it. You got it.
Or vice versa.
You got it. Now the ABH won't put him away. So, but at least he's been grasped up, and the people keep an eye on it, and just let the government look after you. A lot of people do. A lot of people do.
Absolutely. So like I say, we hope this has sort of provided a bit of comfort or a bit of help. If you want to speak to us about it, male or female, and remember, chaps out there, what like I say, and I can't stress this enough, is you might be 6'4", you might be built like an absolute shithouse door, and your partner might be size of an Oompa Loompa. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make you any less of a man. It makes you more of a man to come forward and say, do you know what, I've got a real issue and this is going on, and I'm frightened, because I don't care who you are. all men get frightened at some point. We get scared of something. But don't put yourself through it. Don't think that you have to go through this. Don't think that once someone's thrown you down the stairs, choked you out, fucking punched you, kicked you, whatever, raped you.
Don't think rape. If you're married, it's not rape, is it?
No, it is.
I know it is. But they don't think that.
No, if it's without consent, then it's rape. But don't think it will get better, because it won't. It won't. No. So, but like I say, you want to speak to us, 07762 99 1973, and if we can help, of course we'll help. That's what we're here for. If not, call the Samaritans, and they'll signpost you in the same way. 116123. Numbers are up on the screen. And yeah, it's a horrible subject, and it's not one that I relish talking about. Haunted me for years, because especially as a young lad. And watching my mum go through this, I wanted to be 6'4", and I wanted to smack 7 sorts of crap out of this awful person that was doing this to my mum. But the fact of the matter was, I couldn't. So for years I had kind of almost like survivor's guilt, and and
I can imagine,
and wanted to talk to my mum about it. But I knew that talking to my mum about it, it was, what was I going to say? It was done. It was, But like I say, my mum was a strong woman, and she got through it, and she battled through it. But some people in this world aren't like that, and they're not built like that, and they need help and they need support. So yeah,
if just for a chat, truthfully, if any of you're looking and you think, I haven't got to be funny, and I won't be nasty, but you women or men out there that are getting abused, or whatever, is what we go back to what we say about alcohol, and say talk to somebody. Talk to your best friends. You will have a best friend. And see what they say to you, and I bet you they say, "Fuck him off." Think about that. Fuck him off.
Yeah, and like I say, if you're thinking this and thinking,
well, I could take a slap.
Well, it probably is me. And like I say, I've heard all of this.
Yeah.
I think I do wind her up a bit, or I do wind him up a bit. Nothing like that is acceptable. No. And don't let it get to a point where you're in a place where you can't get out of, or in a position where you can't get out of. So that's what we're saying. Don't leave it too late. No. What's the harm in talking to someone? They might say, no, it all sounds fine, and you put the phone down and go away and live your life, or they might turn around and say, we need to get you in, and we need to get you away from this person. So, but like I say, we're always here 24/7. It's been nice talking, and not having 5 minutes with the old dinger bell on. And like I say, we hope you're all well, enjoying the sunshine. Kids are back to school. Yes, get back to school. And we look forward to speaking to you next week.
We'll do a couple of short ones, and then try and find. There's loads out there that as this far.
There's always stuff for us to talk about.
Oh man, you know what I mean? And ways to get out of it. I think we've been, especially me at my age, I've been through everything really. You know what I mean? So every little bit helps.
Exactly. So listen, you take care out there. Again, 07762 99 1973. It's up on the top of my head. Oh, is it? Or the Samaritans, 116123. Have an amazing week. Enjoy the sunshine. Enjoy the school